Hello and welcome to the latest dressing room debrief, where I will take a look at Chelsea's damp squib, I'd say, against Crystal Palace because it was quite a boring 1-1 draw. Again, usual things happen that we've said about in the past 2 seasons. Without a top class clinical number nine, we can't put games to bed. In the first half, we missed so many chances, and once again, it come back to bite us. Similar to Fulham when Cucurella had that header at 1-0. Everton when Nicholas Jackson missed a header from like a yard out at 0-0. Ipswich, we had so many chances after they scored, and all right, the keeper pulled off a couple of world class saves, but again, same thing happened to Palace. Jackson could have had a hat trick in the first half, missed easy chances, especially that sort of one when he cut back in, tried the outside of his boot when he could have just finessed it with his left. He had another similar one, although it was from a tighter angle in the second half. And I just think, and Akpom as well, from a corner, missed a chance he should have scored or at least hit the target. And Jackson had a volley at the back post, which should have hit the target. And it's just painful because we're dropping points at the moment when we should be winning because we should be scoring these goals. The games that we played in should have been done in the first half, and they're not. And it always opens up because our defense is so shaky that we can't see out games at 1-0. So we need to score more than one goal. I thought Sancho was quality in the build up to Palmer's goal. The little dummy, and then to find him, and it's a tidy finish by Palmer, but that's what you expect from a world class player. It was a poor goal to concede, I thought. Palmer got caught on the ball. He's been a bit sloppy of late. I'd say he's a bit off form to his standards. But he's still, a player that can win you a game, even when he's not at his best. But yeah, he got caught on the ball, which meant Cucurella was out of position because he was out wide trying to receive the ball, giving him an option. And obviously it went over to the other side with a quick move. It was like a knife through butter, really. And then Eze had an easy ball to set Mateta up for their goal, and Cucurella couldn't get back in time, all because we got caught on the ball in the midfield, and players were out of position because of that. We've had it's a little blip, really, to be honest, because Everton, we should have Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, and Palace. You would have looked at as 12 points there. We should be beating all of those teams, and yet we've got two draws, which is really not good enough. We're sort of when we were looking comfortable to get Champions League football for next season, we're now being dragged into the top four dogfight. When we should have been away, really, we should have been closer to Liverpool, and away out of all of it. So that's really disappointing. We've really got to win these next games against Wolves, Bournemouth. Obviously, Morecambe in the FA Cup, we should be winning even with our academy players. And West Ham, we've got to win these games just to get a bit of momentum back. Because at the moment, this little blip could turn into a long old rot, really. So we need to turn it around quickly. Just a word on Akpom, who I thought, for such a young defender, considering how poor the defenders like Desazi were against Ipswich on Monday, he stepped in and I thought he was sublime. I really think he should get a little run in the side whilst we got injuries now, because I didn't think he looked out of place, and yeah, I thought he played really well. As I say, we got Morecambe next week in the FA Cup, and then back in the Premier League, we sort of need to beat those teams to sort of, continue that sort of top four, because we're out the title race. So top four is a must now, and hopefully a Conference League win. And I'd like to try and go for the FA Cup if we can.